Good morning, guys. To get the different size or the simple idea for learning this language. That is about the maybe sometimes the different strategies or instructions or suggestion to learn this language. How can you use and learning this language? There are the simple, better way to learn this language. You probably need to English language to improve your careers. Maybe you want to travel or maybe international learning this language or maybe study abroad. You need this language is a key to international business and international travel. So let me ask you about the simple question relating that. Do you feel nervous or shy when you try? Just when you will try, or you will be able to try to use the language in our life. You are still struggle or understand what the someone is saying to you for speaking that language. I want to you describe your feelings or about yourself. Describe your feeling of yourself to use this language. Some of them maybe you can feel embarrassed to say the word or speaking to some watch him or watch them for this language. Some of them worry about speaking slowly, cannot be good the idea for speaking or talking well. Some of them are frustrated about the language all the time. So there are some strategies to use it and practice the strategies, develop it yourself. When you have the goals to develop it yourself, maybe you can do well for the strategies. Some of them, or actually, when you use this language in your job, travels, or study, you can be feel that is the new things in their in journey of your life. Some of them maybe you can enjoy, some of them can maybe you can scare it to use this language because he feel scared to use this language in our life for speaking or listening or using this language in the different section of your career. If you can answer yes or no question, you depend or exactly depending on myself to use it that language. In fact, when you are fairly typically, most the English students feel that way. Most adult English learners are stressed and frustrated about their speaking ability. Some of them feel completely helpful, or some of them completely helpless and feel cannot be able to speak in English language like the native. Let me give you about the simple example about that side. When you can find the native speaker or the foreign people speak the English language, how can use this language in our life? How can practice the language and feel trust? The first here, they trust themselves who use the language. Absolutely. Regardless of what the language uses, how you can practice, what different accident for using this language, but the field trust himself in the firstly here. The second thing you will try over and over, day after the day, step by step to learning that language. So that's not easier to use the language in our life. But the bit that's very essential part when don't care about using the strategies to use it this language and do well for about this language. So when you try just speak English language like the presentation, would someone look at me? So maybe you can feel in the firstly here frustrated I am be wary to use this language. But when you try over and over different side, different section, different way, different circumstance in our life, maybe you can help yourself, trust yourself, and thinking with yourself, I can do well, be well. You can do well, be about is the language for different sides regardless of about what you feel what the other says. Some of them is optimistic, some of them is pessimistic to use it that's language. Some of them maybe you can optimistic you or the others are pessimistic you for about that language. So that cannot be wary about use the language in our life. So I have the simple idea to give you in this moment. The good things that is cannot use the language only. Yes, the first thing maybe you can the only use the language and practice the language with yourself. But that's not the wrong way in the first time just. After that you need to use it the different size to learn the language naturally and easy. You can use the language effectively in your job, travel, or studies. You can feel relaxed and confident every time to speak in English language. In fact, a long time English teachers I have helped thousands of the students. The English teacher, you will try help the thousand or tons millions of the teachers or learners teachers with your co-workers or the learners will teach them. So in the world, yes, in the world. So when you can be feel accuracy and fluently to use the language, maybe you can use this language in the better side. What do you think is when you use this language in different side in our life? Maybe some of them feel happy, feel happiness, especially and powerful to continue up to use the language in our side. So that is the simple idea to talk or say to you about in this moment. And the finally about the mention it hereafter before, how can you use and continue on to learn the language? In the firstly, trust yourself, thinking well, and play with the language. How can I play the language and make the feel struggle for using the language in different side? And happy to see you or special to talking with you in this moment for this language to continue with you in this time. And thank you guys. See you the next to get the different size or the symbol idea for learning this language. That is about